Hello and welcome back to my channel Learn SST. So today I have come with the new lesson that is inside our earth, and we will also be dealing with the rock cycle and the different types of rocks which we have on the surface of the earth. So without wasting much of the time, let's get started. Now over here we have the learning objectives. The first one is to find out what the earth's structure and describe its layers. Then to understand about the rock cycle and the heat transfer from the planet's core to the surface. These are the keywords: Earth, core, mantle, lithosphere, volcano, magma, rock cycle, heat, intrusive and extrusive. Earth is being made up of lot of layers and just like an onion. So you can see this diagram which is helping you to understand that it is made up of so many layers. Now let us see these layers in detail. So here we have section 1. Now the first layer is called as the crust. The second layer is called the mantle. Then we have the third layer, which is called the outer core, and then we have finally the inner core. Let us see the interior of the earth in detail. So the first layer, which is called the crust, is the thinnest of all the layers, and it is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses, whereas only 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. The second layer, which we call it as mantle, is the layer which extends to a depth of 2,900 kilometers, and this is mainly made up of semi-molten rock known as magma. So magma is in a semi-solid form. Now here I am showing you a small little clip which you can see of how the volcano has erupted and the magma is spewing out. And once when the magma is out, it is called as the lava, which extends to a great region. Then you have the third layer, which is called as the core, and it is said to be the innermost layer, which has the radius of 3,500 kilometers, and it is mainly made up of nickel and iron. Let us see the continental and oceanic masses. Now here you have the diagram in which the first labeled one is the continental crust. So as I have spoken to you about it, that this particular continental crust, it is running to such a great depth, and then you have the trench, and then you have the oceanic crust. Okay, now this then below that you have the lithosphere. It is the solid ground on which everything is there, everything is stationed. So we are living on lithosphere. Now what is this continental crust mainly made up of? So it is the minerals, and the main minerals of this continental mass are, in short I will call it as Sial. Sial, which means that it is based on two minerals, silica and alumina. Okay, and the oceanic crust, which has the main mineral of Sima, which is silica and magnesium. The second section, which is rocks and minerals. Now what exactly are rocks? So this is the definition of the rock which we need to remember. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called a rock. So it's a natural thing, and this natural thing has got minerals in it. So the rocks contain minerals in it. and the crust region is actually made up of so many different kinds of rocks. Now, the rocks can differ in their color, the rocks can differ in their sizes, the rocks can also differ in their texture. There are three kinds of rocks which our Earth's crust is made up of. It is igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary rocks, which we'll be doing in detail. Now this is the volcano which has been erupted, and I have put up a small little clip that is showing you how the magma has spewing out and the lava is being spread to such a great extent. When this lava it cools down, then you get this igneous rocks. This diagram for clear understanding of the magma. So once when you have the volcano being erupted, the magma which you can see over here, it spews out, it comes out, and then you have the lava which extends to a great extent, forming extrusive igneous rocks, whereas the magma which still stays inside, some amount of magma stays inside the volcano, and that makes or that transforms into intrusive igneous rocks. I hope you have understood this with the help of the diagram. Let us proceed further. Now these are the different kinds of igneous rocks which I have put up the picture, which includes both intrusive and extrusive. Now this is again a small little clip. So the rock, when it rolls down from the hill, it breaks into various sediments, and then these sediments they compress together to form a sedimentary rocks. So it is the igneous rocks which breaks and forms into sedimentary rocks, and it takes all the fossils of the plants and animals also along with it. So here I have put up the small little sediments and how these sediments over a period of time turns into rocks, which is a layered rocks, and which you can see it very clearly over here in the third picture, wherein there are so many layers of the sediments. So it includes all the stuff which we have on the surface. So all that the sedimentary rocks, it takes and compresses together over a period of time, and then you get this sedimentary rocks. Usefulness of rocks. Let us see that. The hard rocks are used for making roads, houses and buildings. Then we can use the stones in many games. It could be 7 stones, it could be hopscotch, and even we place 5 stones. These are all the games which the children love to play, especially in traditional days or in ancient times. So these are the usefulness of the rocks. Next thing what we can see over here is that the sedimentary rocks and the igneous rocks, they can change into metamorphic rocks. How? If they come under the great pressure and also due to the heat of the sun, so they change their form. There are certain chemical compositions which they undergo a change, and when these rocks undergo such chemical composition changes, it turns into metamorphic rocks. So the clay, it changes into slate. Then you have the limestone which changes into marble. So these are the examples of it. Then let us see the rock cycle. It's explained in a very simple diagram, wherein the first thing is that the magma is coming out and the lava is spread over the region. When it cools down, you get the igneous rocks. After that, the second thing is that the igneous rocks, when they roll down, they break over a period of time and they form small sediments. When these sediments, they come together, they compress together, they form the sedimentary rocks, taking into consideration all the fossil plants and animals and the debris around, and they form the sedimentary rocks. Then over a period of time, these sedimentary rocks, they undergo certain chemical changes because of the pressure and because of the heat of the sun. When they undergo the pressure, then they turn into metamorphic rocks. And then slowly and steadily you again have the rock cycle being formed in this manner, wherein you come to the first stage of it, that is the magma, which spews out, which bursts open from the volcano. You get igneous rocks. Then those igneous rocks, they break in and you get the sediments. Those sediments, they come together, they compress, they become compact, and they form sedimentary rocks with all the debris on the surface of the earth. They collect all that in that region and become a sedimentary rocks. Then those sedimentary rocks, they undergo certain chemical changes because of the heat and pressure and form into a metamorphic rocks. And then slowly and steadily a huge big mountain forms, and then you have the volcano erupts. Again you have the same cycle. I hope you have followed the rock cycle very well. Now the rocks are made up of different minerals. Now what are minerals? Minerals are natural substances. This is something which is natural, not made by human beings. And there are certain physical properties in it, and definitely it has got certain chemical composition in it. So you get different types of minerals. Okay, and these minerals are useful in various sectors, like in medicines. It is helpful in making of the fertilizers, then making of the coals from the minerals, natural gas. Then it is used in various industries also, like iron industry, aluminium industry, bauxite industries, gold industries. So these minerals, they are very precious and they help us in running our industries. So here I come to the end of my video. I hope you have liked my video. Please do like, share and subscribe for more videos. See you next time with my new video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.